Y'all, the most known secret with celebrities and influencers, so many of them have had liposuction. It's lipo. Whether it's a small touch up or a total makeover, nobody has a perfect body, you guys. Nobody. But lipo has changed a lot, and Sono Bello has been at the forefront using their LAL technology and getting these beautiful natural outcomes for each person. LAL is laser assisted lipo, and the results are incredible. I have been on Sono Bello's website looking at the results, and I'm encouraged, and I'm going to make an appointment for a consultation. And right now, our friends at Sono Bello are offering you their best deal. You're now included in their Friends and Family Holiday Savings event. You're going to get the same price that Friends and Family get at Sono Bello. Their doctors are masters in micro laser fat removal. It's a brilliant technique that removes stubborn fat permanently. Whatever is your problem area, your tummy, your love handles, your thighs, your arms, they can do it all. And it's all gone in one comfortable visit. Eating healthy and workouts are great, and keep doing that. But if you want to lose that stubborn fat in one visit, check out Sono Bello. Save big during Sono Bello's Friends and Family Fall Savings event. Schedule your free consultation now at sonobello.com/pinkshade. Okay. sonobello.com/pinkshade, sonobello.com/pinkshade, and go schedule your free consultation and get on that Friends and Family deal. On cue, the dogs start barking. Hey, everybody.
As they do.
As they do. Everybody, welcome to Pink Shade. It's Thursday, so it's Pop and Bravo, and I'm here alone. The dogs are going to bark. I'm with some dog lovers as well. It's Julie and Brandy from Dumb Gay Podcast. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
There's
Oh,
one.
It always sounds louder on your end, on one's end, than it does on the show, you know?
does it sound like I'm screaming? Because I'm not.
No, I
No,
mean
like the dog's barking.
Oh. I thought you meant like, why are you yelling at me? And I was like, sorry.
Like the cat will be like, "Rah, rah," at the door. And I'm like, oh my God, how annoying. But then I hear it. And it's like, you can barely, on the show, you can barely hear the cat.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I know. What me literally, I hit record and then that one started barking. So we were just talking about our dogs because Julie got a new dog whose name is Fritz, like French fries. And
That's right.
boy, is he cute.
He's real cute. I would show him, but I don't know where he is. Fritz! Let's see. Fritz!
Does he answer to Fritz?
he knows his name now.
Oh.
Here, look, there he is. Fritz! Come here.
You guys, there are so many animals over Julie's podcast studio. It's a total. I mean, there's a different dog completely that was just on the screen. Yeah. Oh my God, you guys. I hope you're watching on video because wow. And this is not even counting for the cats that are there. There's 3 dogs on screen.
Too.
Oh my
Who's
gosh.
the cat lady? It's the lesbo. That's right.
And
Dogs and cats.
The cats look like dogs too. They're
That's
not
true.
like regular cats.
Look, he was.
Did you know that everybody says that about their cats?
Yeah.
Everybody says,
mean-
my cats aren't like that. My cats are.
Yeah. No, these cats are like that, but they just look like dogs.
And I don't know
So
where they
they're
are. Because they're
big,
smushy
puffy,
face.
They're
Big.
smushies.
Yeah.
So
I
they're-
mean, if I were, had no guardrails on my life, then I would have
a cow.
Yes.
And there would just be a llama walking through the background.
There
Just
would.
like,
with
Yeah.
the ultimate dream is just to, start an animal sanctuary and just live there and
Okay.
call up JD Vance and be like,
He can
it's
go.
me, I'm the cat lady.
That's what John Stewart's wife did, and
That's
it's
what I
very,
want.
very expensive.
That's the
and
problem.
time consuming.
You need a
I would
staff.
imagine.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
do that shit on your own. So, but I would collect, but I
Any-
can't.
Any
so
animal.
Bunnies,
Okay.
cute. I went to the
Chickens.
chickens. I went to Petco to get food, and they had when we were in Portland, and they had ferrets. I was like, no, not the ferrets. I want the ferrets. And there was a chinchilla at the one down
Yeah.
the street. I want the chinchilla.
Yeah. My one of my co-hosts, Keisha, did that once. Was like, this chinchilla was calling to me. So I went to
course.
adopt it. And she said, I could feel my ovaries thumping as I drove up in that driveway. That chinchilla was meant to be with me. And then pretty soon the chinchilla was biting everybody in the family and trying to attack the other animals. So the chinchilla had to be rehomed to a little boy. She's like, I gave it to a little boy. I was like, okay.
That's probably smart. But those poor those little chinchillas and all that stuff,
They're snake food.
Unfortunately. Well, or they're jackets apparently for some people. Or coats. But when you see a chinchilla, that's the thing. When you see a chinchilla, if you have a chinchilla coat and you're listening, if you see one, it's like wearing a dog. You can't. If once you see it, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's a full animal.
Yes.
And it's cute and it's adorable. And it's like a hamster. And it's like a bunny and a hamster in one.
You guys talked about going to the Vanderpump Dogs event. And this is just reminding me that you said it was just nonstop videos of like tortured animals and like Sarah McLachlan, Arms of the Angel in a loop.
Yeah, because they're raising money. Because we realized that Vanderpump Dogs, I mean,
is a real charity.
Yeah, like not for nothing, but like whatever you think of Lisa Vanderpump, and we love her, but like she like might be an actual saint because that organization isn't just like a grooming place that adopts out a few dogs here and there. They're going internationally to the most grossest, horrible torture palaces of dogs. China, Mexico, Venezuela, Peru, America, but not America. And not that those countries are, but there's certain places that do dog meat festivals, torture animals. They do literal torture festivals or eat them or whatever. And they don't just eat them. They also it's like a whole thing, or abused animals. And those people go into that face on and rescue them. And
that's pretty amazing though. And it's
amazing.
I mean, like we were just talking about, you just talking about it. I want to go into Petco and like open all the cages and be like, be free.
I know. That's why I was shocked. Well, I didn't think you could even sell anything like above a hamster. I thought was sort of against the law at this point. Mice, hamsters, I can see. But then you get into chinchillas and ferrets and rabbits, even. Rabbits I can see because there's so many, I guess. But even then, those are hard animals to keep. They look cute. They are so high maintenance. People always get rid of them.
Yeah.
They're not good pets. And they're animals to be saved at this point.
Yeah.
And it's just, but then you get into like the dog situation and it's just like,
I wouldn't be able to do that. Like you guys were talking on your podcast about how you're just like looking away from the screens the whole time. Because if you look at it, that's like, that'll ruin your evening.
Yeah. I mean, I'll never.
It was a really weird experience.
Yeah. And the fact that they're in the knee deep in it and can survive and aren't in a hospital somewhere. I mean, Ken said after the Lisa and Ken came back from like the Yulin dog meat festival thing, not to mention she's trying to promote legislation. I mean, they're really a real organization doing real making real change. Ken said his life is forever changed, that he's a traumatized person now for what he saw just in China.
I bet.
And I won't even Google Yulin meat festival because I know I won't be the same. So
and I need us to stop saying it because then it's going to show up on my feed the minute I turn this podcast
and
off.
everyone who's listening.
And I'm sorry.
Andy's pregnant. And we got to see Pandora and her baby bump with her second child. So Lisa's just like
on top of the world,
feeling so good.
It was a beautiful
second little grandchild.
Yeah. And I mean, other than the other stuff, it was a beautiful event. It was totally fun. It was good food, full flowing open bar.
Love it.
Lots of people, glamour, 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 super gay, super straight, super friends, super inclusive. And it was super. Did
you get any feeling when you were there about the rebooting of Vanderpump Rules?
You know, we saw Tom Schwartz and Tom Sandoval and Sandoval and James
and
Stassi and Allie.
And we hung out with them, but you know, weirdly, it got announced like a week later.
Yeah.
And we had heard rumors and innuendos. And Sheena. We hung out with Sheena a ton. I mean, we're always the closest with Sheena out of all of them. But of course we didn't get any weird vibes off Sheena because that bitch knew she was going right over to the Valley.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's not bothered. What's the difference? The camera is the camera. It's still the same production company.
I wonder if it's the same salary though.
Yeah, I wonder too. And I actually think they're fine with taking a pay cut. And I thought they all would have been fine with it. If Ariana wasn't fine with it,
she could go on.
Yeah, that's what I would have done personally. And I hope they do move James and Allie over to the Valley too, because I love them, or keep them on Vanderpump actually on the new reboot. Because
true.
She's
yeah.
And
yeah.
And he was a friend of for so long. Like, he's always going to feel like he's not part of the original crew. I think they would do good on the new Vanderpump. They're very young. I mean, she's so young.
And he works there in the sense that he does see you next Tuesday every Tuesday. Yeah. So, I mean, that could be a bridge.
Yeah. I think I do think that's what they should do. And they probably will. I mean, that Evolution, who we worked for when we did the after show, they look at all the blogs. They listen to all the podcasts. They pay attention to what. So yeah, nobody seemed bothered. We talked to James about going to Vegas.
I talked to Tom Sandoval at one point for a very extended period of time. And he was like in a great mood, has his new girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like,
and he would be the most canceled of all of them because he's not on the Valley. No. He's not on the new one.
He was feeling great, super positive, chatty. I was like, why?
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to close this door. So in case the dogs, decide to come up here, bring their barking up here. Mm-hmm. So I'll be right back in 1 sec. I'm just going to close the door. Okay. So you found him to be a delight and not stressed about being canceled last year.
No, I mean, he was totally.
We know him.
Friendly with us.
Right.
Yeah. He was just very in a good. He seemed in a good mood. He seemed chatty and friendly and which he hadn't, because we've seen him once or twice since the incident. Mm-hmm. And he was definitely not chatty. And depressed but this was the original Tom, who was like, excited about his projects and and good to talk and
touring with my band.
Like, yes, a makeup line.
Talking about and excited about the music and excited about this, and he was excited about his girlfriend and excited to this. So it was like,
that's
good.
That's a good invitation. Okay. Well, I was just wondering because I think that the word was out that they heard about it like a week before so that they could, gather their photos and what they want to say and stuff. So I was wondering if at that Vanderpump Dogs thing, or they waited because it was a big event, if they waited till like the next day so that they wouldn't let anything out to the press that was there,
I feel like they didn't know yet. Mm-hmm. That's what my thought was.
Yeah, certainly.
Because I didn't get even a vibe.
No.
And Julie and I also did not hear the rumors until the next day.
Okay.
So I think it probably all happened the next day.
Okay.
And I feel for him. I mean, coming from somebody who was on a show on Bravo that got canceled, it sucks. It feels.
I mean, particularly, I have to say, like, after the most explosive season in their history, like that everybody went to the mat for, and people's lives were ruined, lives were changed, lives were made, lives were destroyed, lives were whatever, and then you cancel it.
Yeah.
Or just cancel the cast.
Unreal. That's what
classic Bravo.
They did it to New York, and New York had all that controversy the season before, and they didn't even have a reunion. And that would have been a great time to bring them all back to be like, oh, can you believe Ramona? What a piece of shit. And then just shit talk her, even though she wasn't there,
It's the only network that takes a show and, like, can you imagine? I mean, I guess besides Roseanne did it, but only because she got canceled. It's the only show that is the show, the name of the show that we've come accustomed to the show. The show is the show, and just removes the whole cast and just decides to fire them all and get a new cast, but it's the same show. Like,
yeah,
100% because of the money.
They just don't.
They care about the execs at NBCU. They care about the execs at Bravo, and they will continue to pay Andy Cohen, I guess, whatever Andy Cohen wants. And I don't know this for sure, but I mean, he gets dismal ratings as well. But that show stays around with him, with whatever price tag he comes with. But they cannot wait to get rid of Nene, Lisa Vanderpump, Vicky, anybody, Stassi, anybody that's starting to go up.
It's crazy.
And their cachet demands that they be getting a pay raise as they're the face of the show, that they've gotten and gotten divorced and gotten evicted, and Kim Zolciak their life into shenanigans. I mean, Kim Zolciak is like 17 kids. She's now getting divorced. She calls the cops every night. Like, this is the thing that we're doing for your network. And then it's just like, they don't want, they'll keep
the reason people watch the show, the entire reason, you are now firing those people, but certainly
they make too much money,
right? Because they made too much money, but you don't make too much money,
right?
But they make too much money.
Well, on that note, I wonder then if we will see New Jersey come back without Teresa, because she's got to be the most expensive one.
Well, supposedly it's either her crew or Melissa's crew, right? That's the rumor.
The rumor.
And they I mean, I've heard that it's 100% Teresa that's coming back.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. I say spin her off to her own show and see how many tree huggers she's got. That's what I say.
But then would they still have to pay her to give her own show, or do they then
start fresh?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's what they want to do, and that's a great question. But I think Melissa and Joe at this point demand probably a lot of money too.
Yeah. Okay, back to rumors and nastiness.
Rumors and innuendo.
We say is it nastiness?
Rumors and nastiness.
You want to talk about his husband? So let's talk about Salt Lake City. So when we're recording this on Wednesday, we haven't seen the show from Wednesday night, because no matter how bad I beg and offer sexual favors, they will not give me screeners for Salt Lake City. I've asked. So if you guys have seen it, if you got screeners, just pretend like you didn't, because it hurts my feelings.
Okay.
We don't get screeners.
No.
We don't even ask for screeners.
Who do you ask for a screener from? No, wouldn't even know who to ask.
Bravo PR.
You find the press contact and you ask. And this sold on Salt Lake City, they've given me all the screeners. Sure. Yeah. Because it's a new show, so they want people to cover it. Salt Lake City, they're like, nope, none for you, bitch. So what we saw last week was some iconic moment with Angie telling poor Brittany that she had high body count hair, and then Lisa Barlow telling her she needed like a keratin treatment. It was harsh. It was a lot. And then she said she had high body count, boobs, and outfit. It was like your tits, your hair, everything is high body count.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought that was personally. I told Julie, I thought it just got a little too, with Lisa Barlow and with everyone laughing, and we like Lisa and we like Angie. I think it was the laughing and then Lisa being like, but you do need a Kerastase thermite fucking whatever.
Yeah.
I just felt like it got a little bit too close to bullying, and it was like with, and then even the thing of like Braun went in 1 second being in a huge fight with Angie, and then one in the very next scene going, oh, but Angie did call you a slut. It's all to getting very Mean Girls. And I mean, and like I said this earlier on our Patreon, Mean Girls in the way of the scene where Regina George like does a 3-way calling like blast on everyone, not just they're mean. I mean, literally a junior high thing where you 3-way call while someone's quiet on the other side, and then they get caught talking shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you say in any corner of the room. On Salt Lake City, literally within 5 minutes, you're going to be busted at the same parties. Right. They're not even going to give it a day to be like, oh, well, yesterday she said this about you. Like,
they go across the room and be like, the room, and be like, can you believe that whatever called you a slut? I mean, you know,
y'all, the most known secret with celebrities and influencers, so many of them have had liposuction. It's lipo. Whether it's a small touch-up or a total makeover, nobody has a perfect body, you guys. Nobody. But lipo has changed a lot, and Sono Bello has been at the forefront using their LAL technology and getting these beautiful natural outcomes for each person. LAL is laser-assisted lipo, and the results are incredible. I have been on Sono Bello's website looking at the results, and encouraged. And I'm going to make an appointment for a consultation. And right now, our friends at Sono Bello are offering you their best deal. You're now included in their Friends and Family Holiday Savings event. You're going to get the same price that friends and family get at Sono Bello. Their doctors are masters in micro laser fat removal. It's a brilliant technique that removes stubborn fat permanently. Whatever is your problem area, your tummy, your love handles, your thighs, your arms, they can do it all. And it's all gone in one comfortable visit. Eating healthy and workouts are great, and keep doing that. But if you want to lose that stubborn fat in one visit, check out Sono Bello. Save big during Sono Bello's Friends and Family Fall Savings event. Schedule your free consultation now at sonobello.com/pinkshade. Okay. sonobello.com/pinkshade. sonobello.com/pinkshade, and go schedule your free consultation and get on that friends and family deal. Y'all, you know my love language is gifts. I love to find the perfect gift for somebody that they wouldn't necessarily get for themselves. For holidays this year, I'm getting my sisters-in-law cashmere cotton throws from Quince. Quince is my go-to for affordable, beautiful, wonderful, very, very thoughtful gifts. You guys, they have everything. They've got 14 karat gold jewelry. They've got those Mongolian cashmere sweaters. You guys, think about getting somebody a Mongolian cashmere sweater for Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you're celebrating. Their mind will be blown. And these sweaters start at $50. And again, they've also got these Italian leather handbags, these European linen sheet sets. They have so many amazing things. You know, Quince is on the nice list because they only work with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. So that's why, you know, it feels like luxury in every piece. Gift luxury this holiday season without the luxury price tag. Go to quince.com/pinkshade for 365-day returns and free shipping on your order. That's QUINCE.com/pinkshade to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/pinkshade. And at the end, they'll say, how did you hear about us? Click podcast and click Pink Shade. Thanks.
At the end of the day, Angie, who said she had a high body count, which also is the first time I've heard that phrase, and I'm not mad at that phrase alone. High body count.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know. I have a 19 and a 21-year-old. I hear it all the time, like talking about this girl's got a high body count. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I had never heard it before. Now, and the fact that any of them are slut shaming at all is just
it's silly,
absurd. And
silly.
On top of which, you are slut shaming someone in a Versace dress that is so low cut with your fake boobs hanging out, and you look like you're going to Studio 54 and you just did 15 rails of coke. So
is it because Angie's married and Brittany's not, and that's why she feels like she can do that? It
must be.
Yeah.
I think lip injections and big, massive fake tits look high body count.
Yes.
Whether you are or you aren't. That's just giving
sex.
It's giving thirst. And
sexuality.
And
but they all have that. They all
do. They all look like they have
not as bad as her.
Yeah.
She's got the fakest of the tits and the biggest of the lips.
Yeah.
So to then, and the lowest cut dress,
yes,
at a temple, at a bat mitzvah, and so it was just.
She was being a hypocrite, and it wasn't a good look. And we like Angie. She's always nice, and she's always whatever.
We really do like her.
We do like her. She seems fun and all of the things. She just seems great. But that was but she was being a hypocrite. She just being mean, and she was being a hypocrite.
My vibe was that when they said, "Oh, she's over there crying," and she's like, literally, she's like, "I did it." She's like doing her big spiel and her big moment, like with the scroll.
Oh,
and then,
God.
Then someone goes, "Oh, she's over there crying," and then she stops and she goes, "Oh, really?" It's like she just stopped. She was putting
she
on
was like,
show.
"Oh, I thought we were doing a scene. I didn't know she's just going to take it personally that I called her a whore."
Yeah, and that's exactly her. It's like she's like, "Oh, I didn't. If she had known that was going to land,
right?
She's just not present enough to understand that it's supposed to be real."
Yeah.
And also kind enough to be like, oh, wait, she's crying. Oh,
right.
Like I didn't mean.
Yeah, right.
Cry.
That's
it's
true.
like, well, you just eviscerated her.
Right.
And no one cares if you thought her hair was slutty. What we all heard is that she's beneath you guys because she's not cool. Because her hair isn't cool. And because her glam team isn't cool. And they decided to do those curls. She didn't do that hair herself.
But I will say this, that the thing with Salt Lake City, which is so great, besides like everything about it, is that because it's based in like Beast, because it's based with like the Mormon situation, and Brittany is entering the fold as a practicing Mormon who's offended when Angie comes to the house bringing wine while she's out drinking and having 3 boyfriends. Mm-hmm. This is exactly why Angie feels justified in saying she has a high body count, because they're all when yes. someone's being a hypocrite, particularly with morality, and then walks in and acting above you and is mad because you brought the wine to the Mormon gathering. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to show up to the party with my nipple out and my lips blown up, and I'm going to call you a whore. And I'm going to feel justified doing it because I'm not judging you in the same way that you judged me. But now I am going to judge you because you judged me. That's a lot of what I thought was like going on. And they can't help it because you're in a city that's founded in judgment. Like they're living in like city. A religious city.
One thing to be like whatever, and it's another to be like looking like a Mormon. Like
they're talking about Mormonism, and even Heather Gay and I was a bad Mormon and this, and well, I understand because Mormons XYZ. Well, you're all existing in this Mormon lifestyle, but you're all but you're not really.
Lisa's Jewish.
Yeah.
She's Jewish.
They're all tiptoeing around the fact that for whatever reason they have to say that they're Mormon. You know, well, this girl's out fucking Jared Osmond 50 Ways to Sunday. And he's Latter-day Saints with his family.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone else around town. But that's the thing. They're hypocrites. And so you can't be a religious person and flaunt your hypocrisy around and not expect to get some backlash. With that said, I don't appreciate a tit out, big lip calling someone.
I think it was a gang up for me. I
think it was a gang up. I agree.
Yeah, I'm happy for like a religious person to be taken down and be like, nobody cares that I brought wine to your thing at your home. I don't care. I did that. I wasn't thinking. I just needed to grab something out of my wine
right, because you drink at the bar with your boyfriends.
And now you tiptoe around your rules. Like when Heather Gay will get, she'll get like, you know, she's so deeply like, well, Lisa drinks coffee. Right. And it's like, oh God, not with the coffee again. If I hear about the coffee one more time and how they can't have coffee. But
while thirsting so hard for Lisa, unlike I've never seen anyone so obsessed with anyone as Heather Gay is with Lisa Barlow.
I'm kind of obsessed with Lisa Barlow too.
Yeah, I mean we all are.
Well, but at least we admit it. We say we love Lisa Barlow. Heather Gay is like against, like she has resentment for her, and then she treats her like shit. But then she wants her to be her friend. It's just like, why so draining?
But it was a gang up, and it wasn't about who was a slut. It was about who was not cool. And then even Bronwyn kept doing it, and I'm like low key super here for Bronwyn.
I was going to ask you, because people at this last episode were sort of a little bit turning on her. Like she just plays every single side. You know what I mean? She just like literally will talk to this person and shit talk them and turn around and shit talk this person and they'd be like, this person said this about you, but she was doing it. And her husband literally could not be a more hateful person.
Right. And the sad thing was he came off better than her in this episode because she was so giving thirst, so giving like, wants to like, oh, she needs to big up somebody, and it's like you are actually the one who in every single scene is it's too much and coming in way hot. But I am like into she according to Lisa Barlow, Bronwyn, she tried to get Bronwyn on the show 2 years ago. So this is the thing that I think is interesting about Bravo in general, because I'm sure it was Bravo who had the final thing on the casting, not whoever does Lake City. Is it like Purveyors of Pop, or I'm not sure. Might be them. I'm just like, you picked old fucking what's her name on the Instagram who faked the pregnancy on Nick Viall.
Monica Garcia.
Pick Monica Garcia over Bronwyn. Like, look at this girl. Like,
right.
I can't even like this woman is so rich, and she like curated her Instagram for years in order to get on the show, to where you go back in her Instagram and you can go back, years when she had long hair. She even cut her hair like Paige DeSorbo, and I guarantee you that's exactly what she did. She was like, my hair is long. I look like everyone else. I'm going to do this like silky, beautiful bob, and I'm going to look like Paige when Paige first came on.
Right.
And you go back for years, and she's at Lakers games and every basketball game, making sure when you show up to her page on the day one of filming that she's already exists. So the fact that one, they cast Monica Garcia, who I feel is so far beneath her and just entertainment value. I just find Bronwyn like super fascinating. I do think that this wasn't like the best episode for her, but I mean,
they all go through it though. They all go through when they come in.
And Bronwyn's coming so hot that she's not going to skate by this first season like other people do, because she came in so hot. She's not going to get this skating.
And now they're all putting her feet to the fire. She's being backed in corners. And she probably didn't think that would happen to her, but it is. And now she's going to have to have the fire because she
alpha
brought the smoke.
energy is hardcore. So, and then it's just like, but there comes a point where the audience is too sophisticated. We've seen this too many times, and we see you, starting shit.
And she has to now defend her shitty husband. And now she's having to. Now that's being reflected. That's got to be hard. I would imagine, like, as hard as some of these people come in, they don't anticipate or realize like that we're going to see how shitty your husband is, and now you're going to have to deal with that because she's getting a lot of shit for him. And
because it's like if he talks like that in front of a camera crew, how does he talk to her when there's nobody around?
Absolutely.
There's 12 people in the room and you're speaking to your wife like that?
Yeah. No, and we've seen husband after husband on these shows get taken on down because they are grotesque and they don't realize that that's what you're going to get. Peter, and I could name many husbands.
Well, I like her a lot, and I did get the vibe.
She's a good housewife.
Very
I got
good.
the
I
vibe
like her too.
in this last episode that they are. I got the vibe that she's in love with him. So
I have to agree.
For whatever his deal is, and whatever her deal is, and people love a daddy, or
she at least looks up to him or admires him, loves him in the way. Maybe she's not hot for him. I don't see like a lot of chemistry there, but I see from her end a person who like has like admiration and love and like truly love this guy. I don't see like a sexual. I don't see like them.
I think that's yes.
You know what I mean?
But I did get the vibe that she's in love with him, and I think that's something that's being overlooked. I think they think she's a gold digger.
I don't know that he's in love with her.
Agree. I'd be interested to know what her parental situation is, because you see sometimes, marrying somebody to replace your dad, maybe she didn't have a good relationship or had a father figure around, and she was like, well, the Todd father will be it, which by the way, the Todd father is pretty genius.
Yeah. Genius. She's
pretty good.
Her parents abandoned her, or in terms of emotionally, because they're big Mormons, and she got pregnant when she was at Brigham Young. And I think she probably felt very abandoned. And he is a very accomplished guy. And whatever's going on with them, like, I was just like, oh, this is a genuine, legitimate relationship that I think was written off. I can say that I did because she's so beautiful. And but I think the feelings are there, real, and she does want his approval. And I found that
definitely wants his approval.
Really interesting.
Very interesting.
Compelling.
I think people write it off because no one can figure out you can even with Tom Girardi at one point, you could look at Tom Girardi and go, the guy's charming. He talks to anyone. He has like a way, like before the whole thing went down and we saw that he was also abusive to Erica Jane, that he was charming. Like there was a charm and
you see the old pictures, like when they're first together, you're like, okay, he was kind of cute.
I'm trying to find one thing. If there's a gold digging situation that in my perception, if he's super older and she's younger, he's a whatever, what is it about the person that is going to be attractive? And is it charm? Is it humor? Is it because I looked at Todd and I couldn't find one thing. Sorry. That's just, at least from the show, maybe in his personal life, he's super loving and maybe he's you know,
He must be.
tender. Maybe he's hilarious. Maybe, but on the show, what we see is a person who does nothing but talk down to a woman. So
can you believe though that he said at that party, they said the Barlows were there, and whoever said, "Oh, who were they?" And they go, "Oh, they make tequila, not very good tequila."
Yeah.
I was like, "Sir, you are mic'd. What are you doing?"
That's the thing with him that I think is interesting, that I do think is compelling, is that one, she has very alpha energy, and she comes in with that alpha energy, which she does feed off of with him. She's she's richer than all of them. She's showing up to scenes and in her life. Like, you're not even a celebrity and you're going to show up to a Lakers game in like a neon Christmas tree dress. Like, that takes, you're in LA, you're at the Staples Center, and you're dressed like a fucking Christmas tree, and you're not going to have even a thought of like, oh, who am I to be doing this? It's not like anyone should dim their light. It's more of a thing of like, read the room and go in. And she's not going to do it. She's going to come in hot in her freshman season in the biggest fur fucking Dior coat or whatever that is, as they're touring the caves. So, and she's getting a lot of that energy from him. So what I feel from him is that he's there. I don't know if he's doing that for her, which is a sign of love, because I feel like he deeply doesn't want to be a part of it.
No.
And so I think the only reason he's showing up for it is because she wants this so badly. So now that's already sweet. He is raising her kid financially and emotionally. He's jealous that the daughter is now going to be with the birth father's family.
Yeah.
I thought he seemed very threatened by that, which I found, I found him being threatened as a sign of love. And I think he's just like, fuck off. Take your $3 production and your $3 bullshit and your PA and Bravo and get the fuck out of my face. Like, and I do like that, because Bravo actually does need to get out of everyone's fucking face. And they do need to stop exploiting everyone and doing whatever and demanding somebody's husband do this and demanding somebody's wife do this and demanding somebody's kid do this. So I appreciated him showing up and then having a shitty attitude because he thinks they're lame. So
well, I do think he agreed to do it for her. And he was she was like, it's going to be like minimum, like twice they'll film with us, and then like one party, and then that's it. And you can like hide in the bathroom and I don't care. And then that turned out not to be the case. And he's pissed about it. He's like, now I got to be on camera. I told you I don't like this. I don't like the fighting. I don't like the yelling. This is out of your character. And she's like, no, I've been gearing up for this my whole life, actually.
For years. That other husband who hid near was that Salt Lake? Who said, I'm leaving, and then they never left? Oh no, this was on, we watched the OC, and remember what's her name's husband hid.
Yes, Katie's husband was hiding, and that's when Shannon went over there, and she starts yelling at him, and he's like,
"When I don't even know you. I'm done now. When I say I'm done now," and then goes right back to the party.
Yeah, but that's the thing he should do, right? I don't want to film that guy, the Lance fucking Armstrong looking golf husband. He went hid. He's literally hiding around a corner, like, I'm just here hiding. No shame in it. He's just like, just getting through. And Todd can't do it because he's, whatever, he's a CEO and whatever his deal is, Todd father. But yeah, I mean, I think you're 100% right, MP. I think he said, I'll do one. He sat in the interview in the confessional, and he was like, yeah, no, I never want to do that again for as long as I live.
Y'all, the most known secret with celebrities and influencers, so many of them have had liposuction. It's lipo. Whether it's a small touch-up or a total makeover, nobody has a perfect body, you guys. Nobody. But lipo has changed a lot, and Sono Bello has been at the forefront using their LAL technology and getting these beautiful natural outcomes for each person. LAL is laser-assisted lipo, and the results are incredible. I have been on Sono Bello's website looking at the results, and I'm encouraged, and I'm going to make an appointment for a consultation. And right now, our friends at Sono Bello are offering you their best deal. You're now included in their Friends and Family Holiday Savings event. You're going to get the same price that Friends and Family get at Sono Bello. Their doctors are masters in micro laser fat removal. It's a brilliant technique that removes stubborn fat permanently. Whatever is your problem area, your tummy, your love handles, your thighs, your arms, they can do it all. And it's all gone in one comfortable visit. Eating healthy and workouts are great, and keep doing that. But if you want to lose that stubborn fat in one visit, check out Sono Bello. Save big during Sono Bello's Friends and Family Fall Savings event. Schedule your free consultation now at sonobello.com/pinkshade. Okay. sonobello.com/pinkshade. sonobello.com/pinkshade, and go schedule your free consultation and get on that friends and family deal. This episode is brought to you by iRestore, the clinically proven advanced hair growth system designed for women who want to say goodbye to thinning hair and hello to volume. Look, we know the struggle, okay? Your brush is starting to look like a stuffed animal, and your shower walls have enough hair on them to build your own wig and take yourself to wig court. So if you're tired of dealing with thinning hair or hair loss, listen up. The iRestore Elite is the most powerful device on the market, packed with 500 lasers and LEDs to provide maximum scalp coverage to help you grow thicker, longer, healthier hair. This FDA cleared device, the iRestore Elite, harnesses the power of low-level light therapy, which is a clinically proven method to regrow thicker and fuller hair. It is the most non-invasive, pain-free, and drug-free way to bring your hair back to life. With the iRestore Elite, you can sit back, relax, binge watch your favorite show while it works its science-backed magic on your scalp. You guys, I've been using it every night while I'm watching my programs, and Ingrid is using it too, and we send each other selfies every night while we're wearing our devices, and I swear it feels good on your head. And they offer a 12-month money-back guarantee. So you can try it risk-free. And if your hair doesn't make a glorious return, you'll get a full refund, just fabulous hair, or your money back. I mean, what have you got to lose? So are you ready to get medical-grade red light treatment at home and regrow your hair? For a limited time only, our listeners will get $625 off their order when you use code PINKSHADE at irestorelaser.com. That's $625 off your order at irestorelaser.com with promo code PINKSHADE. For a limited time only, listeners will get $625 off their order when you use code PINKSHADE at irestorelaser.com. And when you check out, support our show. Tell them we sent you. Hair loss is frustrating. You don't have to fight it alone. Thanks to iRestore.
Yeah. He didn't want to be in the stupid confessional in front of the green screen.
Right.
No. She put him in that Gucci sweater in that first episode. I was like, poor thing. So, all right, let's move on to Roni. Now, you guys aren't really watching it, but I have a couple of things I want to talk about. So, Jessel and Sutton were at the Hey You thing that was in London. It was like a Bravo Connie kind of a thing. It's like a Bravo thing promoting the Hey You in London. And Hey You was like a streaming service that you can get all the Bravo stuff. Like I know people in Australia watch Bravo on Hey You. So that's what it was. So they were there on a panel or whatever. And somebody was asking Jessel about this season. And she said, oh, this Puerto Rico trip that they're on right now. So Jessel's the one that has the husband that's like the food influencer.
But she's not the one who called Jeff a pig.
No, that's Bryn.
Oh, Bryn. Okay, which you don't know which one Jessel is.
So Jessel has new teeth this season, and she has twins, and her storyline is they have eggs, and she's trying to talk her husband Pavitt into having another baby, and he's a food influencer. But I mean, he had like a real like financial job, and now because he's on the show, he's a food influencer.
And are the twins little babies or?
Yeah, they're like 3 or 4.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it is cute.
And are the teeth like too much?
No, it's just like you're staring at her like, what is different until you finally figure out it's the teeth.
Okay.
Yeah, new teeth. Not like huge, like not like brand new, like giant scary teeth, but it's like something is different about her. And maybe she like lost 5 pounds and got 25 teeth.
Okay.
So anyway, the thing is that she said on this panel, they asked her what's coming up on the season of New York. And she says, on the Puerto Rico trip, which is what they're on now, she said, yeah, somebody like got put on a plane and had to be sent home. So we're on the Puerto Rico trip now. So everybody's like, what's going to happen? Because there's this Uba, who's the supermodel, and Bryn, and they've kind of fight back and forth. And we've got Erin Leachy, who's sort of like the main person of the show, the one who's pregnant now. But I will say a couple things happened. Jenna Lyons, so you guys know who that is. They were sitting by the pool in Puerto Rico, and somebody said something like, oh my God. So Bryn, the one that's all like, I'm a sexy baby. She's like flirting all the time. Yeah. She's yelling at guys on the golf course. She's like, hi guys, I'm sexy. And they go, oh my gosh, you're flirting with those men. They're like 54. So the other people are like, wait, what's wrong with 54? And the Jenna Lyons goes, I'm 56. And they're all like, oh, and I was like, shout out 56. All right. I was like, Jenna Lyons is my age. I felt good about that.
Well,
I felt
Yeah.
happy about
You're 56.
Jenna Lyons being so accomplished on our TV. But what I wanted to ask you about
You're
specifically.
a sexy baby.
You're a sexy baby.
Well, Bryn clearly didn't have a problem with it. She wasn't the one saying they're 56. She was fine with it. She thought they were hot.
She's good to go for anything. Man, woman, goat. She doesn't care.
age.
But the question is for Julie is Bryn has this like she's like over hypersexual, like that's her personality, right? That's her thing, and it's funny. And then you're like, okay, like her tagline was, "Don't make me mad, I'll date your dad." Like she just really leans into it. Okay,
I'm
so
not
then
mad.
we've got Jenna Lyons, who's lesbian and engaged. And then we have a lesbian couple who are engaged, Raquel and Mel, who are the coolest people that we've ever had on Bravo, this couple.
Okay.
I'm sort of in love with Mel myself. She's a forensic scientist. They like ride motorcycles and stuff. You need to get it.
Yeah, that's too many lesbians in one show, though.
You can't have more lesbians in a show about straight people. That is just gross. Go on.
It's three. It's three. It's three. Because Jenna Lyons' fiance she is signing a contract and she is not appearing.
Doesn't go on.
She isn't on at all.
Leave open to aggressively flirting, which is I know 100% what I would do. And even though you're asking Julie, not me, if your fiance don't want to be on the show, then I'm going to flirt with you all day long, girl. That's what
she's been doing it. She like constantly comes up to Jenna Lyons, is like, like rubs her boobs on her. And on this episode, she walks into the room with Jenna and Raquel are sharing a room because there's not enough rooms, blah, blah, blah. And Bryn walks in and goes, hi, it's two lesbians in here. And now there's three because I'm a lesbian. She gets on the bed and starts like rubbing all over Jenna. And a lot of people say like, Bryn is not gay. This is gay baiting. And like, it's kind of gross that Bryn does this.
Look,
thoughts.
At the end of the day, and I'm full blown les. Okay. And what?
No.
Well,
sure you're not Pan?
For those,
No
not
Pan.
Pan. I'm nothing new. I'm old school les.
Okay.
Like 98%. So at the end of the day, it's like this. Gay, I think if this person it sounds like this Bryn is in general going to flirt with everybody and is a flirt. And that's her currency. And, and she certainly, I would assume with men, if you're yelling on a golf plate thing for men, hey men, you're going to do it with anyone. And lesbians, because they're women, are safe, particularly for a person like that. So of course she's going to do all that. And now,
what are the other, not Jenna Lyons, but the other two, are they like dykey like Julie, or what's their look?
Mel is a little more man looking, but Mel, the fiance, but Raquel is like a former supermodel, was married to a man, and now like they're in Puerto Rico, so she can try to like reconnect with her mom, who sort of got super conservative and disowned her when she hooked up with Mel. But but I would say nobody is like, no, I'm never going to say that. You can't make me.
Thank you.
Well, I'm just
I mean, I do have to say it, and I've been in this situation before, and it is when somebody's is presumptuous to the point where they feel that they can flirt with you because you're a lesbian. It is somewhat, for me, it is somewhat annoying, and it is particularly demeaning because you feel that because I'm a lesbian, I'm automatically going to want to flirt with you. And that isn't the case. And that demeans,
attracted to every single woman.
that I'm attracted to every single woman, which is far from the truth. Right. So now you're putting me in a shitty situation and that I don't want to be in. I don't want to flirt with you. I don't want.
I will say that I do think that girl's quite beautiful.
Now,
I think she's like one of the prettiest girls ever been.
And I don't know what she looks like. So, and I don't know what the situation is. So who knows if they're all attracted or whatever. But at the end of the day, it sounds like she's just a flirt and she would do that with whoever. So, I mean, I think that would be authentic to that person. And I don't think that they're trying to gay bait. It just sounds like they just flirt with whoever is easy to flirt with. around because that's their thing. So of course you're going to do it with lesbians. Lesbians are women. Women aren't going to, it's not threatening. It's probably fun for her. If they're all having fun, then fine. And a lesbian isn't going to,
it's definitely easier and funner to flirt with women than it is to men, as a big, huge flirt myself. Because
that's really interesting because she doesn't feel it's not going to go too far.
Lead to anything. Yeah, it's not going to, and no one's going to coerce you. No one's going to try and get you. No one's going to you.
No one's going to take you to a freak off.
Right. No one's going to force you into a car. You're just going to have fun being able to feel.
And by the way,
whatever you want, it is that you're doing.
The only person who called.
So
the last thing I want to say about it though is that as a storyline, and I do like that girl, like I said, Brandon, I'm like completely like, I just think she's so beautiful, and I've been obsessed with her from afar. And maybe she's not as cute if I watch the show, or she's annoying and obnoxious. I'm just talking about looks only. I think as a storyline vibe, if I have a lesbian on the show, and especially the first season, and they weren't engaged yet in the first season, but I got Jenna Lyons and Mrs. J. Crew and her fucking bra top and her jeans and whatever, I'm going to be like, well, I don't know where your fiance is, but I guess she's going to have to watch this back and get quite bothered. And I wouldn't have a problem doing it with a man or a woman if I'm on Housewives and suddenly somebody's fiance doesn't want to be a part of it. Well, you're going to get flirted with very hardcore. And who I'm baiting is your fiance. I'm a fiance baiter. And it's my, I would 100% do that as a storyline. I think it's great. I think it's titillating and provocative and will be annoying and will get under people's skin. And I think it's a low stakes drama that she has in her own life.
And it's what everybody has to deal with. When you with someone, then they get flirted with, and either your relationship is strong enough to withstand it or it isn't. I mean, and that's the truth. Like people go out, and people get flirted with. They get flirted with. And if you're and you either fucking and listen, and if you're there with them and it's happening, listen, sometimes you got to pick a bitch up and throw her across the room. That's what you got to do, because stuff my fucking whoever, my man, my woman, my whatever it is, get the fuck out of here. I'm here now. Hey, this fiance ain't going nowhere. You think that I would be somewhere with my beautiful lesbian girlfriend or whatever, wife or fiance, and I know that she's a certain thing and I'm not letting her somewhere alone with some bitch to come in the fucking room to flirt with. Are you out of your mind? I will dike around that room like the Todd father and make sure that you know what's up. Okay,
like the Todd father.
Together.
I love that we're now just using Todd father. Yeah,
everyone's free to do whatever they want, and we are not here for the weaponizing of anything like anything like that. Of anything fetishizing.
This conversation really took a journey. It really did, because first you were slightly offended, and then you found out where it came from, and you just did a whole 180.
Because sometimes when it does happen, it does bug. It is annoying. The thing about when
it's mainly with unattractive people.
There's a thing that happens with lesbians, particularly and only, that people feel that if you're a lesbian, if you're a lesbian, that you're attracted to all women. So any woman feels presumptuous enough to come up to you and be like, I know you want some of this. And it's like, I'm not looking for you. And I would... this is not even putting myself in any category. I wouldn't talk to anyone. So I'm like, I'm not looking. And so that's why it's like, it becomes like, God, like the fuck. But
we're talking about it. We're talking about it. And, Brandy made a great point. It is low stakes. And it's like, I could do this and be annoying. And, she even said on this last episode, she was like, oh, I have carpal tunnel because I stir in the pot so much. I'm a little sexy baby. But, she does a lot of stuff like that. And people are like sick of it. But also it's because it's the second season. And so now we're going to take her down because she was funny. And now we're going to take her down.
I see.
Yeah. She does have a real interesting storyline about, trying to have a baby this year with like an ex-boyfriend. And she has a history. She's writing a book because she was assaulted when she was younger, and her grandmother died without her ever telling her grandmother. So she does have some interest. It's not just I'm a sexy baby.
So do you think that we should watch this new cast?
I think you should start with this season. I don't think last season will. I mean, you can, because I know what you guys do. You just sit on the couch and you'll watch all 12 episodes in a row. So you could, but I think that even just starting with this season is more interesting than last season already.
So you think this cast is going to continue? They're not going to trickle in like Luann or Sonia?
No way. Those crazies don't fit with this crazy. So
they're
different
crazy.
crazy.
With this, even though there's been like a lot of criticism, you think Bravo will stick with this?
I do. And it's so funny if you listen to like Radio Andy, or if anybody ever calls in, Watch What Happens Live, or any of these things. And if a person calls in and goes, I just want to say, like, a lot of people say they don't like New York, but I really do like it. And Andy's like, oh my God, thank you. I mean, he's so happy that just like 2 people call in to say that they like it. I think they're going to give it a little more time. I think that personally, the main problem is they should not have called it Real Housewives of New York season 15 or whatever, because that's not fair. They should have been like Real Housewives of Manhattan season 1. They should have just started over.
And
Sexy Baby.
That would have been good.
Oh, Real Housewives of Manhattan. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
They didn't ask me. They won't even give me screeners. So let's talk about Beverly Hills. I'd like to hear, were you guys invited to Kathy Hilton's party that was last night? Because my invitation was lost. I'm going to go look for it later.
Our invitation was lost.
We were not. No.
Yeah, lost. Yeah.
Did Heather go? I meant to ask her if she was going to go. I think she went last year.
Yes, she's good. Yes, she went.
She did go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kathy
Heather
Hilton.
Don't get lost.
No.
No. She solidified the
Yeah. She gets all. Yeah, she gets them. Yeah.
Kathy Hilton. Okay. Wacky, love her, or wacky, and it's starting to bug. It's too performative, I guess. A lot of people think.
We like Kathy Hilton, and I mean, if there was ever a year to go to her Christmas party, it was this one, because she just had that episode where she finally threw
the party,
where she was like coherent.
Yes,
because she has had a lot of incoherent moments on. I mean, not even just the Lisa Rinna situation. Just it doesn't even matter with the slippers and she threw this party. She had the assistant. She went around to everyone's house.
Yeah,
I'm like, this
the
is
assistant. That girl. I was like,
where'd she come from?
Somebody save Carol. Like Carol was just like, oh.
Yeah. Where did she come
from? The brand manager, and I'm like,
yeah.
No, you're her executive assistant probably for the last 27 years. If you can ask Kyle if you can raid her fridge.
Can I raid your fridge? I'm sorry. Like it sounded like she was like, wasted. Came in.
She's like, Kathy doesn't feed me. I've been driving her around all day.
Yeah. And and then she was there with the Kathy masks at the party. So I thought Kathy, for me, I didn't find, I mean, even her not wanting the extensions, even her ripping the extensions out on that last episode with Bose. And I'm like, I'm 100% like Bronwyn. I feel like my cup overfloweth between Bronwyn and Bose. I'm obsessed with both of them. And I don't say that lightly. Like, I'm not like any new person that comes on. I'm just like, whatever. But they both are giving me visually. And I do think they're both really funny. Bronwyn's not as funny as Bose. Bose is really, really funny.
Yeah.
So like, she comes in after years of studying. She's been in the University of Housewives and graduated with a master's and just showed up clothes, face, funny. So when she rips out the extensions and it might seem performative, but she's literally like, if I don't get these off, I'm going to get too hot. It was like between her Spanx and that dress and those extensions, something had to get the fuck off of her before she had a meltdown. And to me,
we've all been there. You're like, this room is hot. I'm hot. I don't have, always a fan. I'm like, I don't have a fan nearby. Something's going to happen. And I'm going to lose my mind because I'm going to be too fucking hot. When we went out to dinner in LA, remember I wrote you and I was like, we're sitting outside. I'm going to need a moment because I'm going to be hot and I'm going to be upset. And you're like, I promise it's going to be fine. Take it down a notch. But I'm the same way. I don't want to get hot.
You start to panic.
I'm the worst. I'll have a panic attack from the second. If I walk into a room and it's like hot air, I'll leave.
Yeah.
I can't.
Like, no, I'm not. So I understand Kathy's like, I'm here and it's outdoors and the weather seemed to be fine that night, but she's just like, I think you're right. I think it's just Spanx and it's like a heavy sequin dress and the makeup will make you hot. And she's like, The only thing I can change is to rip the hair out of my head.
Like something's going to have to come off, and then throws it onto the chair, and then they do the shot of the extension on the chair.
Hilarious.
It was so
It
beyond.
was so funny.
So I think she never stops giving, like when they're all going to meditate, and this wasn't the season, but and she's just blatantly sleeping.
Yeah.
I like in the going back to the extension, this episode, she's like, he keeps trying to put the extensions in, or they
this
keep
person was trying to put them in. Yes.
Right. And then Kathy's just like, I'm going to dinner. I don't care. And to me, that's not performative. That's authentic. She's like, I don't need to be sexy. I don't want this in my hair. And then, you know, like her person who's doing like the glam knows, like, you want to show up. You're going to want this. When you watch it back, you want to look your best.
Yeah.
And it was like, let me just keep adding. And then, but you know, she just doesn't want it because she doesn't care. That's the vibe I'm getting from her, is that she doesn't even give a shit.
Y'all, the most known secret with celebrities and influencers, so many of them have had liposuction. It's lipo. Whether it's a small touch-up or a total makeover, nobody has a perfect body, you guys. Nobody. But lipo has changed a lot, and Sono Bello has been at the forefront using their LAL technology and getting these beautiful natural outcomes for each person. LAL is laser-assisted lipo, and the results are incredible. I have been on Sono Bello's website looking at the results, and I'm encouraged, and I'm going to make an appointment for a consultation. And right now, our friends at Sono Bello are offering you their best deal. You're now included in their Friends and Family Holiday Savings event. You're going to get the same price that Friends and Family get at Sono Bello. Their doctors are masters in micro laser fat removal. It's a brilliant technique that removes stubborn fat permanently. Whatever is your problem area, your tummy, your love handles, your thighs, your arms, they can do it all. And it's all gone in one comfortable visit. Eating healthy and workouts are great, and keep doing that. But if you want to lose that stubborn fat in one visit, check out Sono Bello. Save big during Sono Bello's Friends and Family Fall Savings event. Schedule your free consultation now at sonobello.com/pinkshade. Okay? sonobello.com/pinkshade, sonobello.com/pinkshade, and go schedule your free consultation and get on that Friends and Family deal. This episode is brought to you by iRestore, the clinically proven advanced hair growth system designed for women who want to say goodbye to thinning hair and hello to volume. Look, we know the struggle, okay? Your brush is starting to look like a stuffed animal, and your shower walls have enough hair on them to build your own wig and take yourself to wig court. So if you're tired of dealing with thinning hair or hair loss, listen up. The iRestore Elite is the most powerful device on the market, packed with 500 lasers and LEDs to provide maximum scalp coverage to help you grow thicker, longer, healthier hair. This FDA-cleared device, the iRestore Elite, harnesses the power of low-level light therapy, which is a clinically proven method to regrow thicker and fuller hair. It is the most non-invasive, pain-free, and drug-free way to bring your hair back to life. With the iRestore Elite, you can sit back, relax, binge watch your favorite show while it works its science-backed magic on your scalp. You guys, I've been using it every night while I'm watching my programs, and Ingrid is using it too, and we send each other selfies every night while we're wearing our devices, and I swear it feels good on your head. And they offer a 12-month money-back guarantee, so you can try it risk-free. And if your hair doesn't make a glorious return, you'll get a full refund, just fabulous hair, or your money back. I mean, what have you got to lose? So are you ready to get medical-grade red light treatment at home and regrow your hair? For a limited time only, our listeners will get $625 off their order when you use code PINKSHADE at irestorelaser.com. That's $625 off your order at irestorelaser.com with promo code PINKSHADE. For a limited time only, listeners will get $625 off their order when you use code PINKSHADE at irestorelaser.com. And when you check out, support our show. Tell them we sent you. Hair loss is frustrating. You don't have to fight it alone. Thanks to iRestore.
I get that vibe too. I don't even think I've never even watched her one time, even with not any of it. Where I thought
she's doing it to like put it on.
I literally think that's her. I think she's so rich and at this point does anything she wants and feels any way she wants and expresses it without any kind of worry for anything, that's her. And I think
well, a couple of seasons ago on that with that Lisa Rinna thing,
Right.
she literally did travel on an airplane in her slippers, like on American Airlines. And then Kyle's like, "Are you just in like slippers from the hotel?" She's like, "Well, my other shoes weren't comfortable." And that's just what I was like,
Yeah.
That's just somebody who really doesn't care at all.
Right. And that, I would say that was when the only time I felt that she was being performative is any in the scenes with Kyle alone, where that apology scene, where Kyle's
when
like,
they were on the couches.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought the reunion on the couches and then the scene at Kyle's on the couches, both of those times, I felt it wasn't just that it was performative, it just wasn't, it was, I was feeling like she was more guarded. She was planning what she was going to say and she was uncomfortable.
Yes. And I think she doesn't like to hear like Kyle saying, giving her the truth. Like, you're mean to me and you shame me and you judge me. And I feel like I can't do anything right. And she's just like,
yeah, she doesn't want
later.
that.
Kyle, we don't this now, Kyle. I like Dill. Kyle.
I love Dill.
I love Dill. I mean, she loves Dill. We learned that from the cooking show.
Before we started hating Jeff, we thought that her and Jeff should have their own show.
Yeah.
Like going around, whether it be real estate, because she's
just being eccentric and strange.
Yeah. Looking at real estate in Beverly Hills, seeing what they're going to do, having to collaborate on renovating homes, because she knows a ton about that. What about, she's like, I love this print. It's like, what is that? The tiniest ashtray?
Kyle, I love this. I need this. Is this such blue chinois Polynesian? I love it. Like,
she puts her glasses on and is looking at it.
Yeah, she's like, I have to have this, Kyle. And it's like, you know what? And I bet she will go get 5,000 of them. Yeah. I bet she will. I mean,
so funny. I was just wondering what you guys thought, because sometimes I'll think, oh, Brandy and Julie will think this, and then you think the exact opposite. So you're always keeping me on my toes.
I find her endlessly entertaining. I could watch Kathy Hilton do anything. Like,
I love how she's like blatantly trying to also like do promos for products, but then acting like she's not. Right. I like that. I like that about her too. Because like, we all know you've got some sort of deal with this stupid hat. Like, obviously.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But she's just like
tequila.
Yeah.
The big tequila drama.
Yeah.
Remember how it's I think we also love, I mean, unabashedly, like her whole family. We love Paris Hilton being first and foremost, but on the Paris show, she was like incessantly carried this like woven bag. It's everywhere.
I think she had it on this one too.
Yeah, it's like a beach bag.
It says like, I'm free, or love is winning, or some kind of like kindness or some sort of thing.
She like beach vibes.
Yeah, something. She puts it everywhere. She takes it out. Sometimes she's wearing like no bra and she's got this bag, and it's like she could have a Birkin and whatever, and Paris will give her like, I'm having a baby, here's a huge bag, box Chanel bag, and she still has
her tote.
The woven beach tote.
That's what she likes.
Yeah, she
and she just is, and she'll sit and eat a potato loaded with caviar, and I will watch her eat all of it, and I don't know even why. I'm like, I want that now.
And then Kyle wanted lunch. Yeah. She's like, but where's the lunch? And she's like, that's the lunch.
Right. That's the lunch, Kyle. It's very filling. Like, she's the type of person I would imagine when you hang out with her, you just have to do what she wants. Yeah. Follow her way. I would imagine as a mother, she was probably very weirdly control. I don't know. You just have to, she's just the type of person, if you hang out with her, you just do whatever she wants. If this is what we're eating, this is what we're eating. I'm not even gonna, I'm just now a duckling behind this duck. I'm not even gonna.
And they all think she's funny, and they all kind of want to do what she says. And I think that's probably a little hard for Kyle too, who's kind of like with Vanderpump gone, she's the queen of the show. And then her sister comes in, who's tormented her whole life. And now everybody thinks she's great, and I think that, I don't know.
But I think, you guys, I just want to say, I think people think she's great, and people don't like her, and that's okay. But I think when that Lisa Rinna thing went down, and I was absolutely horrified by that.
Yeah.
One, I hated the Lisa Vanderpump thing. We were on Lisa Vanderpump's side 100%. I thought Teddy sucks, and her and Kyle and everyone deciding they're going to take down Vanderpump. Okay, fine. So you got the dog to eat and you gave the dog back, and now we're all going to villainize Vanderpump. Fine. So you get her off the show so you guys can all be queen bee, and each in a row, you can't hack it. But when the thing with Rona went down with Kathy Hilton, I thought that was such a betrayal of trust. Like,
yes,
like we're
yes.
drunk.
Yes.
And we're out and there's no cameras.
Yep.
And whether I confide in you or whether I'm having a drunken,
crazy moment,
freak out,
yep.
You're now taking it to the cameras. And you thought, and I say this as a person who likes Lisa Rinna too, you thought that you were going to do some shit, and you're talking about, Lisa Rinna famously said that Kathy said, I'll take down Bravo and fuck NBC and blah, blah, blah. And I made my sister. And the truth is she did make her sister. Her sister was in every single Paris Hilton doc from 2001 on, before Kyle got on Housewives. Nobody was looking for the kid from Witch Mountain or whatever different movie she was in. They weren't. Kyle was known for being in all the Paris Hilton docs, and she's like, I made my sister, and whatever bitchy, thing she said, and it was very bitchy. Lisa Rinna took that to the streets and thought she was going to ruin Kathy Hilton, and she's the one who's off the show. And Kathy Hilton is there, and she's on several shows on Peacock and on Bravo. And that's, I think, a testament to people like her. They do. Yeah. Whether it's her authenticity or her inauthenticity or her, rich white privilege or whatever the fuck is interesting and fascinating about her. We don't like somebody who shows up and tells all of your business that you did off camera. That's off camera.
No one likes a rat. No one likes a rat, even though we do like Lisa Rinna.
Yes.
No one likes a tattletale, and no one likes a rat. Certainly not. If you didn't see it on camera and you're bringing it, that is.
And she threw the glasses around and said, fuck NBC. All of these people are hacks, and whatever she did in her freak out.
Of course she did.
She's still there.
Yeah. Yep. I'm sure she did.
Yeah.
What about Dorit and PK's divorce? And last week when they had that conversation, and I mean, he, and I had John Hill on a week or so ago, and we had a conversation about this. It really is the Toby Keith lyric, which is, I sobered up and I got to thinking, you ain't much fun since I quit drinking. And I think that's what PK is looking at Dorit and like, now I'm sober and I don't like you at all. And he's no prize. He looks like a fucking potato. I mean, he's no prize, but I think for some reason she really loved him. But I think he's like, I'm sick of your talking. I'm sick of that. And I think he was way harsh on her. And I was like, as somebody who has been married to an active alcoholic, it's real fucking hard. And she did it for all those years. And then he wants to divorce her, when she had to they had to move 20 times because of all those fucking gambling problems and everything. So yeah, I think she is coming in hot. She's driving around the Malibu smoking. She doesn't give a shit. I like it. I like to see it.
I like to see it too. I mean,
she's never been more interesting.
Never been more interesting.
Yes,
and
right.
I think for him and whatever he was putting up with for whatever reason, hiding his money, evading taxes, doing his criminal shady business,
putting the house in her name,
and then of course arranging the break-in. I think that allegedly, in my opinion, I think she was truly traumatized by that. Now, granted, they could have been having problems, and I guess they were, and she's like, whatever, people have problems. But I do. Well,
I heard on the internet that I guess Carlos King said this, or someone said that they got word that this is all fake.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Yeah, I mean that goes right into my cynical thing of things are that people plan their storylines. However, I got the distinct feeling that he has a girlfriend and that he broke up with her. I mean, she said that it was his decision. They haven't told the kids. The reason that I think that Carlos King is onto something or did hear this, I don't think Carlos King made that up. I think he heard it. And I think he heard that because if you're really breaking up, you go ahead and tell the kids. Or even if it's just daddy's going to move into this other, you don't have to tell Phoenix and Jaga that you are getting a divorce, but you can tell them daddy's going into an apartment or whatever, and they haven't told the kids, and he goes rogue and gets some apartment. I'm like, he's fucking someone, and I think it's clear because he doesn't want to talk to you. And not, what's the saying about the saying about Giselle Bundchen? it doesn't matter how good the pussy is, somebody's tired of fucking it. So it's like, he doesn't want to hear your voice. He's sick of you. You're giving him the icks because he's with his sexy baby. And I guarantee you she is under 25. I guarantee you.
And that's also like, we don't need to talk 5 times a day because like you're interrupting me and my new girlfriend doesn't like it. Yeah.
That's right. That's who doesn't like it.
As who doesn't like it. Yeah. I think that's an interesting theory. And I don't think it's for storyline. I really don't, because I don't think she's an actress and I don't think she'd be that good at just that simmering anger she's got towards everybody now. She's like, it's a new me. Look at me. I'm going to cuss you out at dinner. Next week they show a preview. Next week it's Garcelle or somebody says to her, like, I don't think you're mad at Kyle. I mean, I think you're obviously mad about something else and you're taking it out on us, which is true. But I think that she hasn't.
Kyle's texting him if you've got so much like seething rage, like you're saying, hearing that your friend is texting him, even if it's just a funny meme, they're not texting like, you're just like, why are you texting him? Like you're furious. Yeah. You're like, and you're right. That's a really good point.
She knows he has a girlfriend, and she knows.
I don't think she does.
You don't think it's been revealed that
I think maybe now to this day.
Probably now. Yeah.
When I'm watching it, I'm like, I'm getting the real distinct feeling that this guy is seeing somebody, and I don't think she sees it.
Oh, I see. Well, it seemed to me too through why she's so angry, because she constantly is deflecting, because he's an alcoholic. Like not, she takes no responsibility for any role that she played in it. And I don't mean to, and I don't put all the onus on him because it's a two-way street and whatever. But like, I do think though, now with the smoking and where she's at this moment, I do think she knows that he cheated on her multiple times. I think that she knows a lot more than we think she knows, except for the fact that he organized the break-in. But I think that she's
definitely heard about that though, because it's been all over. Yeah. I mean, everybody's first initial thought,
Right.
Yeah.
But gone wrong. But I do think that she's now privy to like infidelity and stuff and all of that. And, I think she's pissed. But
she's pissed. And I like it. And I think you're right. I think this is the most interesting she's ever been.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell that
it's sad. I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
I feel, and also because of her willful, like, I guess, not seeing, like, he's off in London.
Just
always.
In
London.
Obstinate, and an unwavering, at least during the show, an unwavering commitment to not being vulnerable. Like, will not say, I know, we just couldn't work it out. He was drinking and he did this, but he's
always away. You can't keep a marriage. He's always gone.
Right.
And
I thought he was telling the truth.
I was selfish and whatever.
It's the Toby Keith lyric. Because now all of a sudden she's smoking in the car and it's like, oh, looks like she can have fun. He said she was always like, they were very social, and it is hard. And I mean, and like you said,
she has 2 kids and she has a full-time job now, being on a TV show, and 2 children, Phoenix and Jagga. And so what are you supposed to do? You can't be the fun 25-year-old your whole life.
Yeah, right? No, you have to grow and evolve. And and whatever happened, he never needed to apparently like buckle down and be a dad and just like work. He's
got like 3 other kids.
I don't understand. Like, so he's going to be on a constant.
He does take care of his kids and he does work, but he continues to be social and burn the candle at both ends. And that's a certain personality type.
Yeah.
And certainly that's a hard thing to do. Like it's
and also trade one wife in for the new model. It's like a Muhammad Hadid thing, right? It's like, keep him on the rotation.
And I guess he'll keep doing it. I mean,
you don't get an apartment because you ain't seeing someone, Mauricio. So we know what they're all both doing.
Yeah.
Jennifer Tilly, wacky, super rich.
You thought she was being performative.
I think anytime you've ever seen Jennifer Tilly, even on this show or when she a couple of times went on Jeff's show, and then I think the fans were so mean to her she never went back, but whenever you've seen her just in interviews or anything, she just seems to always be the same. And it's not to say there's not any depth to her or anything. I don't know. I think she's never going to show it. I think she really leans into that. And I did like finding out where she gets all her money from. I'm like, well, this is how she can go toe to toe with Sutton, because she's got that Sutton money. She's got that same fucking $350,000 a month, alimony that doesn't even include all the other money Sutton gets, or this Jennifer Tilly Simpson's money. My God.
Yep. My God, amazing. I think
Good
Jennifer Tilly is a quirky, I think we're seeing who she is. I mean, I watched when we just did this show in Portland for a month, and we had to do I chose to do a bunch of horror movie research, because she's the face of Chucky basically at this point.
Yeah.
And she was Bride of Chucky and fucking Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky and Chucky. And I watched several documentaries about it, and she's heavily in them. And I think that the person we see on the show is the person, at least that I saw in those documentaries, who's odd and in their own world and loves attention and is just, I mean, and I can, so I don't know. And she also has no stakes in the show. So
I think she's good to be a friend of. She's a professional poker player. She doesn't give a shit.
Right. She's there, wearing weird flowing, what are those called? Caftans. And
I love a caftan.
Drinking and laughing at Sutton and but we don't have a storyline for her. So she's just there.
I think that it is what I would say. I think some of it is performative. And I liked it. I loved her putting fucking crystals, or what she put in the suitcase. It was holy water. And
sage. Yeah.
I thought that was really funny, because all those packing scenes are so fake. Okay,
always.
get in here and you guys pack, and then they drag the husband in. It's can I fit this? It's you're not really packing. Okay?
Brandy,
I feel half the time they're filming the scene after they already went on the trip too.
Uh-huh.
They're divorced. They're this will go with my Gucci sunglasses, and it's
it's the camera's gonna be in there. I don't want them seeing all my stuff. I'm gonna just put 2 shirts aside and a jacket, and I'm just gonna pack that. Yeah. And then after they leave, I'll do the real packing.
Because you see them trying to elbow their shit down and sit on the suitcase. And you're right.
It was a good observation.
I want to say
I do like the season. Sutton's a little low key and horned up. I'm kind of enjoying that.
Horned up, Sutton.
Horned up. And
she's definitely low key.
She's low key. Y'all, the most known secret with celebrities and influencers, so many of them have had liposuction. It's lipo. Whether it's a small touch-up or a total makeover, nobody has a perfect body, you guys. Nobody. But lipo has changed a lot, and Sono Bello has been at the forefront using their LAL technology and getting these beautiful natural outcomes for each person. LAL is laser-assisted lipo, and the results are incredible. I have been on Sono Bello's website looking at the results, and I'm encouraged, and I'm going to make an appointment for a consultation. And right now, our friends at Sono Bello are offering you their best deal. You're now included in their Friends and Family Holiday Savings event. You're going to get the same price that Friends and Family get at Sono Bello. Their doctors are masters in micro laser fat removal. It's a brilliant technique that removes stubborn fat permanently. Whatever is your problem area, your tummy, your love handles, your thighs, your arms, they can do it all. And it's all gone in one comfortable visit. Eating healthy and workouts are great, and keep doing that. But if you want to lose that stubborn fat in one visit, check out Sono Bello. Save big during Sono Bello's Friends and Family Fall Savings event. Schedule your free consultation now at sonobello.com/pinkshade. Okay? sonobello.com/pinkshade, sonobello.com/pinkshade, and go schedule your free consultation and get on that Friends and Family deal. This episode is brought to you by iRestore, the clinically proven advanced hair growth system designed for women who want to say goodbye to thinning hair and hello to volume. Look, we know the struggle, okay? Your brush is starting to look like a stuffed animal, and your shower walls have enough hair on them to build your own wig and take yourself to wig court. So if you're tired of dealing with thinning hair or hair loss, listen up. The iRestore Elite is the most powerful device on the market, packed with 500 lasers and LEDs to provide maximum scalp coverage to help you grow thicker, longer, healthier hair. This FDA cleared device, the iRestore Elite, harnesses the power of low level light therapy, which is a clinically proven method to regrow thicker and fuller hair. It is the most non-invasive, pain-free, and drug-free way to bring your hair back to life. With the iRestore Elite, you can sit back, relax, binge watch your favorite show while it works its science-backed magic on your scalp. You guys, I've been using it every night while I'm watching my programs, and Ingrid is using it too, and we send each other selfies every night while we're wearing our devices, and I swear it feels good on your head. And they offer a 12-month money-back guarantee. So you can try it risk-free. And if your hair doesn't make a glorious return, you'll get a full refund, just fabulous hair, or your money back. I mean, what have you got to lose? So are you ready to get medical-grade red light treatment at home and regrow your hair? For a limited time only, our listeners will get $625 off their order when you use code PINKSHADE at irestorelaser.com. That's $625 off your order at irestorelaser.com with promo code PINKSHADE. For a limited time only, listeners will get $625 off their order when you use code PINKSHADE at irestorelaser.com. And when you check out, support our show. Tell them we sent you. Hair loss is frustrating. You don't have to fight it alone. Thanks to iRestore. And the last thing I want to ask you guys about is, first of all, I will recommend watching Sold on SLC because it does have all that Mormon stuff in it, which is fascinating. Okay. On Potomac this week, we saw Giselle talking about her dad died, and he obviously had some wife come in and swoop in and change his whole will after he'd had brain surgery. That was not going where I thought it was going to go. She was like, "Oh, you have to protect yourselves, whatever." She told that story. I was like, "What the fuck? That's crazy."
It's completely insane. And now those girls, but the girls have the money in a trust, so that
from their own
from
their own dad. This is from Giselle's dad, who would have passed money down to his children and his grandchildren, and had a wife come in and take it all at the last minute.
Yeah, like she doesn't really go into why and the whys and the ins and outs of it. It was very confusing as to, let's just see if I Google it. Giselle Bryant, father.
I was shocked as well and super sad. I mean, that guy, he is, you know, the legacy of like in the civil rights movement and the whole thing with her dad and even the whole thing with her. It's like the money is part of the legacy, right. and it's so insulting for that to happen to her, and awful, especially when she's so savvy in every way. I think a lot of things just
well, she was like, I was there with my dad when he had brain surgery, so I don't know the time that this document was signed. I was with him, so obviously it's all fraudulent. But I was like, what a thing to happen after, you know, she is mourning the death of her dad. She creates this foundation for this brain cancer, and then turns out some woman had sweeped in a wife that obviously she didn't really know about. And I have to tell you that that happened to a friend of mine whose dad at the very end, like, got with some woman and literally wrote all his children out of his will, but it was like 2 days before he died. And like, yeah, crazy.
Was he able to fight it?
It was like ironclad.
Well,
he was a lawyer and he knew what he was doing. Yeah.
I remember Bethany saying, and she took these podcasts down, but she did that divorce podcast for like a couple weeks.
I didn't listen to it. Did you listen?
Yeah. And one of the things she said was that when going through like the paperwork that Jason, like, what was his last name? Hoppy or whatever.
Hoppy.
She came across this notarized document that her lawyer was like, well, why would you sign this? And she's like, what, when did I ever sign that? And like, it's notarized. And she's like, I would remember if I had to like get something notarized.
Right.
And they look, and it's his mother was the notary who was only authorized or whatever certified to do notaries in like Connecticut. And they didn't live there. And that mom notarized a thing that she never signed. And so one, there's that, like the fraudulent notary, which I kept thinking with Giselle, where I was like, I don't understand how it, I mean, not that these notaries are like, they're not fucking, FBI agents, but if you come in and someone's not conscious, and it's like, and that's one of the most common notaries that you do is like in a hospital room and wills. It had to be notarized. So I wish that she would. I just hate that this happened to Giselle. I mean, she's like a queen, and and so clearly distraught about the dad, and not because of the money.
Right.
Literally just distraught about this human being being gone from her life. It's the grieving is like beyond. And I mean, she's certainly not like healing and thriving yet.
Healing and I put my loads in my backpack. Carry on. And I'm going down to the airport with my bags and loads.
I mean,
I'm healing and I'm thriving, living and going now.
Healing and
That's
thriving.
really good. That's really good.
Yeah, I think that once
put my loads in my carry-on.
Oh yeah, that's
how it goes.
I put my loads in my carry-on.
Like, why are we talking about loads?
Go down to pack camp.
Just Ashley, just a couple edits,
and it'll be fine. I'm healing and I'm thriving, living and I'm doing now. It's good. It's good. I think it's good.
And you take G and L and you make it into a brain cancer.
That's because if you're athleisure, the next step is a brain cancer foundation.
And then you do a concert of healing and thriving and
in a park with yoga. I think it all goes together.
You guys ready to sweat? Hold on. I put my loads in the bag. I can't. Every time I forget how it goes. I put my loads in a carry-on. Come on, move with me.
I love that new girl too. I love the lady from QVC.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and her gay boyfriend?
Yeah.
I don't know why everyone is saying that my boyfriend is gay when he won't have sex with me for a full year. He's just very religious and wants to be close and have intimacy.
Yeah, they have no chemistry between the two of them. And when she was on Watch What Happens Live, he was in a clear mesh shirt.
No,
I was like,
the man is. You know what? He's gayer than me. I'll say that. That man is gay.
That shirt was gay baiting.
He's gay baiting.
I was like, calling us.
Yes.
Who would wear that?
I have never. He touched more men in the scene when they're at the gym. He touched the men trainers and the men around him more than he touched her in the entire time we've seen them on the show. The man is not just gay. He's repelled by the female form. He is disgusted by the thought of touching a woman's bare skin. Okay? He is the definition of homosexual. Said by someone who is gay. Okay? The motherfucker makes me feel straight. He is so gay, this guy. Okay? Gay. You're gay, sir. You're gay. You and PK can both sue me. You're gay.
Nobody's suing anybody.
But I love her. What's her name? Ashley.
Stacey.
Same.
I love her too. You guys, she was married to this guy, this German guy whose family is Audi. That's who she was married to.
Oh.
Whoa.
That's good.
She's going to get lots of money.
Now all of a sudden, no, apparently she's not, according to the...
Well, he had lots of...
the money from Audi. We don't care about that. We don't want to. We're going back to being Nazis now. We don't want to do it.
Another lawsuit.
It may not be Audi, maybe, but it's like when you looked up her husband's name, it was like he's from the Fluff family, and it's like some major car. And I was like, oh, okay.
Let me see. Let's see.
Okay. Well,
she's Swedish.
She's so beautiful, and I love the storyline with the guy in the circuit party shirt. It's too good. It's just too beyond good. Again, I feel that that's low stakes too, like because they're not really together.
Oh, it's Audi. I had it.
They're not really together, and then they're pretending that he's a virgin, or they don't have sex before marriage. I don't know. It's so good.
Hey, bro, they can say whatever they want. Okay, bro, dude, they can say whatever they want about us. I just want closeness with you. Hold on a second. My trainer is coming with his friend Chad, and we have to go do something for a minute. I just want to say to you, I don't care what they say. I believe in Jesus. I believe in love, and I know that I need for us to be married before I do anything sexual with you. Okay? All right, bruh?
And then do you guys remember when he made those drinks that were radioactive green?
Yeah, he didn't make them. He opened up the bottle and he poured it in. It's a child drink. It's those
I thought it had alcohol in it too.
Oh, he put alcohol in it?
No. I think I don't even know if he drinks. No, it was like a kid thing that you get at the store. It's like, looks like radioactive sludge, but it's a drink for kids. It's fun.
Yeah, those barrel drinks.
I thought he put alcohol in it too. And I was just, that was one of the most offensive things I've seen on Housewives was that drink.
It's like, I'm going to make you a pizza. Are you ready? It's going to be so good. This is where I go, this is the non-gay part of you apparently, but you went and got some Bobolo bread from the supermarket. And when that thing came out of the oven, I was like, did you just throw cherry tomatoes on top of that and put a little cheese?
I wasn't studying it, but they definitely weren't going to eat it. No,
he was pretending like he was eating. He's like, this is delicious. My cooking is made. He's also a complete narcissist. He's so self-centered. He's on the tops for me. I know he's not a house husband or whatever, but he's giving me Kenya's ex from the restaurant. He's giving me like closeted asshole narcissist.
Oh, he's a jerk.
Misogynist.
Yeah.
You hate women. You're filled with self-hate. So you have to take it out on women because you're so gay. If you just need to suck a dick and relax, like get into it. Seriously, get into the gayness of it, sir, and you'll be happy. That's the thing with these guys. If they just had the dick, you would be relaxed. You'd be happy. You'd be chill. You wouldn't be mad at women. You'd have no reason to be mad at anyone. Why? They don't do anything. You don't even need them.
Poor Stacey had to drink that drink. Just so
she was like,
but how great was it when she was like, are you going to be mad if I see someone else?
Uh-huh.
Well, I want you to choose me, bruh. Do you? Is that what you want? Sir.
But he said he might also explore other options. He didn't say I might date other women.
He's exploring other options, and they're called dicks. Okay? They're called dicks. So, said with love, and listen, I'm not weaponizing it. I'm celebrating it.
If they made this storyline up, how good is it? Like, because he wore the circuit party shirt, if he's like, I'll say I won't do anything because I'm religious, I'm just into it. Yeah. I think it's good.
Okay.
I think you're right. It's also low stakes. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm like crying and I'm snotting. Yeah. I'm laughing. So
I mean, if it is fake and he finally gets to cut and comes out and is like, I'm just sorry, I'm gay. And then she's like, oh no. And then they get
nobody
to have
knew. What a shock. It was shock to everyone.
No one knew you were gay the whole time.
Because she still lives with the German Audi husband, right?
Oh, they live
together?
I
think they're in the same house.
Even the ex-husband is going, why are you saying that's gay guy? I don't understand it. Why are you saying that's gay guy? He's so gay. even my Audi friends know he's gay. No straight man wears those shirts, does it?
Oh. I can't, you guys. I can't.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh
my God, circuit party shirt. Okay, off Grateful Dead corner. Everybody, Brandy and Julie, they have a podcast. It's called Dumb Gay Podcast. But what you really should know about is their Patreon. Ladies, tell them what's happening over on the Patreon because it's a lot.
On our free podcast comes out on Tuesdays. That's like more political. So, if you don't, it's for people who like reality TV and don't really pay attention. We are very liberal over there. Our Patreon is no politics, no ads.
Right.
We do 3 a week. You can join for just $4. You can get 1 a week if that's all you want.
Yep.
On Wednesdays, we do the wrong side of the takes. On Thursdays, we just do random whatever. And on Fridays, we do blind item Friday.
So good.
Right now, we're in the middle of the Bachelorette. We are launching this experiment, and it's going well so far. Basically, The Bachelor, but it's called the Bachelorette. And you can just
I saw that the Bachelorette, like season 1, episode 1 of the Bachelorette, hit my Patreon feed, but I have not had a chance to listen. Have you done more than one now?
No, we've done one, and we're very, very excited. It's going better than we could have anticipated, and it's really unraveling to be something special. It really is, for real. So
we want people to find love.
People can find, and the great thing about the Bachelorette is that what we're realizing is you can find friendship, you can find any number of things. It doesn't have to be romantic love, and it can be with anyone. Any pairing can work. So we're pretty excited, and I think it's going to be, I don't know. We've got big plans for it.
We made the Bachelorette available to people who don't subscribe to video, just
so you can see.
So you can see if you want.
Yeah.
We have an option, but we also have just audio for people who like that RSS feed life.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right, you guys, Brandy and Julie, it is Dumb Gay Podcast, but over on Patreon, you look up Brandy and Julie, Julie and Brandy.
You just Google Brandy Julie Patreon, or you can go to our website, julieandbrandy.com, and there's like a link there. You can just go to our podcast, and there's links all in our podcast.
You guys just search them up on the internet. You'll find them.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody, if you want the outtakes of this episode, head on over to my Patreon.
The illegal part.
Yeah. Okay. Ads not read by me, Mary Payne, don't necessarily reflect the views of Pink Shade. If you'd like to listen to ad-free, you're going to go on over to Supercast or Patreon, and you can find the links to Pink Shade Prime at pinkshadepodcast.com.